We'll dissect them for you. Joining me tonight from London is one of the aides to Atiku Abubakar, who was with him in the United States to what they call it, to expand the frontier of the party and have expanded engagement, is Mr. Reno Omokri, a former presidential aide and a member of the PDP. Thank you so much, Mr. Omokri, for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Sheon. But can I correct something, Sheon? I'm not an aide to Waziri Atiku Abubakar. No, that's I'm his friend, but I'm not his aide. I'm not on his staff. You know, I'm a member of the People's Democratic Party, but not his aide.
I said you're a former presidential aide. That's what I said. Yeah. So yeah. And from our Lagos studio is the SSA to the President of Public Affairs and the Deputy Principal Spokesperson of the Tinubu Shatima Presidential Campaign Council, Mr. Ajuri Ingilale. He joins us from our Lagos studio. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Let's begin the conversation with you, Mr. Omokri. You are with the candidate, Atiku Abubakar, in the United States. The big question is, more than anyone that was not on that trip, you will be able to tell Nigerians what exactly took the team to the United States and what the meetings, the outcome of the meetings were.
Well, what took Waziri Atiku Abubakar to the United States was an invitation by the United States government to just have like a briefing with him. And he met with the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State, Molly McPhee. Now, the meeting was hosted by the State Department, but then there were several other people from different branches of the executive arm of the United States government, Treasury, Department of Justice, Defense, and other departments. And they briefed him, and they talked about their plans, how to liaise with Nigeria in the future. And they also wanted to hear from him, you know, like how he intended to handle Nigeria-US relationships. And one of the things that they talked about the election, how to engender free and fair elections. Now, in the past, they've always waited until after the election before they intervene. And this time around, they said they're going to be watching for comments and actions that will spur violence, and then they will take action. Some of the actions that they're going to be taking will be, and not limited to, visa bans. And then also there's going to be peer pressure, presidential peer pressure directly from President Biden to President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure that the elections were free and fair. And that post-election, one of the things that they're going to be doing is to try to support INEC to have third-party audit. Now, what's a third-party audit? A third-party audit is where INEC is using software to run the election, and then after the election, they're going to have declared results. Now, a third-party audit would be to get a consulting group, maybe KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers, any of them, to audit that software to make sure that what was declared was indeed what was entered into the software. And then other things, they talked about how Nigeria can get more foreign direct investment, because according to them, that Nigeria is the fourth largest polluter or methane pollution in the whole world, and that if we can address that, then it's going to lead to more foreign direct investment, because there's something coming up in the world called blue tick investment, whereby they're trying to have investments that will protect the climate because of all the problems we're having with climate change. And then countries where you have pollution, like in contravention of the Paris Accord, you're going to have these companies, blue tick investment companies, not wanting to go to those countries. And so they talked to us that, an incoming administration would have to address that, reduce Nigeria's methane pollution. And then there were other areas that they talked about, the war on terror, how to support Nigeria, and the things that have in the past have triggered sanctions against Nigeria, how to avoid that. And generally, it was a very, very good, it was a good briefing. And then also the candidate also had meetings with the United States Institute for Peace, and he also gave an interview to the Voice of America. All in all, it was a successful outing, and then it projected Nigeria strongly to the US and to the entire world.